Aurora, Beth Tarot, tea leaf reading, take 1. Action. Take 2. Hi everyone, just having a bit of fun. As you can see, I've got this wonderful YouTube clapperboard that I was very fortunate to have received recently from YouTube. So thank you so much, YouTube, for sending this. It made my day, I've got to say. So just sort of all the fun that I'm going to have with it. It came in this wonderful box as well that I just thought I'd leave out to show you all as well. And this cut. Take 3. Okay everyone, I'm back. That was genuine. I dropped it. I was going to show you this dry wipe marker as well that obviously you use on the board to put your takes on there. It's quite interesting because this really suits me. Because I often do have bloopers rather at the beginning of my videos. I think it's just possibly because I'm thinking of everything I've got to say, whereas when I start channeling it just comes out. And I've sometimes thought I should collect all of those blooper clips and put them together in a compilation. Maybe one day, who knows. But anyway, just having a bit of fun with this. I've always wanted to use one of these clapperboards as well, actually. So there we go, I've used it today. I'm sure that it will feature again in subsequent readings here on my channel, so keep your eyes peeled. Let me know, do you like it? As I say, I'm just having a bit of fun. So I should probably get on with the reading now. Tea leaf reading, as you've probably gathered. I've just brewed the tea. Anyone for a cup of tea? I just had one myself, actually. Give me just a few moments. I'm just going to see if I can see anything. I haven't actually looked in the cup yet. Because I was so focused on, you know, the clapperboard feature. Now, I don't know if you can hear that. First of all, there's an aeroplane outside. It's quite loud. Do some of you keep hearing them? I must say I've been hearing them a lot recently. Obviously we get them fly by, but I've been hearing low-flying aeroplanes a lot more recently. Now I know we have had, that's actually, I'm not seeing that in the cup, but I'm taking that as a divine sign, as I often do. Obviously we've had some airplane crashes, planes falling from the sky recently. I may do a reading on that, actually. I've been thinking about that. Would you all be interested in that? I do have some ideas, some feelings about what's going on there. Anyway, in the cup I'm immediately seeing 3 and 2, also another 3, so 33. We've got a master number there. Yeah, 22. Okay, so you might be seeing repeated numbers a lot. Potentially maybe those numbers, even 222, 333. By the way, I recently did a written post on my Patreon where I do blogs and readings on there, and it was on triple numbers. So if any of you are interested in that, you might want to read that. The link to my Patreon is in the description box. If you'd like to check that out. Triple numbers are something I see quite a lot, double as well. I'm sure some of you do. And there are various meanings, but 2 is about balance and harmony. Can even show partnership. So I do feel for some of you, you might have a soulmate on the way. a collaboration. Now, it doesn't just have to be romance. 33 is about spiritual awakening. Someone who's gone through a lot of inner work. Let's say like the Hermit, and is like highly attuned, awakened, enlightened. Maybe you keep seeing that number. It's quite ironic actually, because I was seeing that a lot on the clock. I think it was yesterday. Maybe some of you are getting that. You're seeing the minutes on 33, or a number that you keep seeing. Really, it's interesting. I'm really getting numerology coming through here, and as I said, I wrote about it, so I feel like some of you might be curious about about meanings behind numbers and patterns. Now I'm immediately seeing the initial F down the bottom there. Not sure if you can see it. Could be your initial or someone else's. I'm seeing 11, 11, 11. Yeah, so, numbers of awakening. A lot of numbers that are triple or repeated can be about your spiritual awakening, a sign that you're on the right path. 11, 11 I see as one of those. I'm also seeing 12, 7. Quite a lot of numbers in the cup. This happens sometimes, some of you will know. Sometimes I don't get a lot of numbers, sometimes I do. I'm just seeing quite a lot today. 11 in the cup a lot. I'm seeing the initial C, P. M. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see that there. It's quite small, but there's an M, capital M, for mother. I'm getting Aries. I'm seeing like the symbol for Aries. Maybe that's your star sign. Won't just be for Aries, obviously. I'm seeing a Y as well. So we're getting a lot of initials and numbers. That could mean that if that's your initial, it could mean there are more messages for you, but not necessarily. But sometimes when that happens, it's a sign from Spirit for you to pay attention. Maybe you've got a bit distracted. Yeah, there's also a big M there. The top of the cup, I'm not sure if you can see that. I am seeing a heart, so I'm getting love on the way for some of you. I'm getting for some of you like you've kind of lost hope when it comes to love. And obviously we have the 2. So are you seeing 222 a lot? Now that can be a sign that you need to find balance, but it could be about your soulmate who's on the way. For some of you are dreaming of this person. Now I'm seeing the outline of the UK at the bottom, so something's going to happen. Bear with me as I just tune in, see if I can get anything on this. Yeah, I'm suddenly seeing a W. It's interesting, before it was an M, because it was around the other way. Now it's a W, so maybe someone significant, the initial W, in the UK, and I'm seeing an energy walking away. I feel this is quite a significant individual, let's say someone who's seen, prominent person who walks away. They could have the initial W, not necessarily so, but that's all I'm getting around that. I'll see if anything else comes through. I'm getting, it's interesting, I'm seeing V. Now it could be the Roman numeral for 5, but then I'm also seeing 1V, so that would be 4, wouldn't it? 4, next to the UK. So 4 is about stability. So a promise or sign, let's say, can't really say promise because this is just what I'm seeing. I'm interpreting what I see in the cup. But yeah, we're getting a lot of numbers come through and a sign with 4 of stability in the UK. You might start to see changes. I know we've had some unrest in the UK. I'm just suddenly seeing like disputes. In my mind's eye this is. Disputes that have been happening, in particular due to culture, race, religion. Now we all need to see, with the 2 that came out, there's the sign from Spirit. We all need to live in balance and harmony and not judge. I'm not saying this is you, obviously, but this is what's happening. People judging, listening to what they hear others say about people and then realising it's wrong. So I'm getting that there might be some news that comes out in your area or out there in the press that reveals some truth. I'm getting like networks, gangs coming through here, and I'm also getting with that 8 of Cups. Yeah, see, I'm saying 8 of Cups because the image I saw was someone walking away, and when I see that, I think in tarot, the 8 of Cups card. Those of you who know tarot will know that image. So with that image, the 8 of Cups, although I'm seeing one individual, that could also be showing us individuals leaving the UK in the future. I am suddenly hearing deportation. So, you know, potentially in terms of some immigrants who are here, some changes happening. Now, I'm suddenly seeing 12 down the bottom there, not sure if you can see, and 11. So it could be a significant date. 12, 11, 11, 12. Depends how you write your dates. Because obviously in the US you do it the other way around. Now it's interesting, I've just said that. I feel this is something around the US potentially. It could be quite a significant change at the end of the year. In the States, now I'm seeing 13. Wow, I'm getting so many numbers today. Everyone. Now 13 is the number of the death card in tarot, which is about awakening, transformation, rebirth. So I was obviously talking about the US, so there could be a sign there about the States. You might see some of these numbers after this reading. It could even be things like, I've just remembered actually, yeah. Someone walking past and on the back of their t-shirt there's a number. That happened yesterday for me. It wasn't 13, it was 12 actually. So the number of the Hanged Man, all about seeing from a higher perspective, taking a step back. I'm seeing an angel as well, so angels guiding you and protecting you. For some of you, you might have signs of this as well. Now that could be through the numbers, which can be referred to as angel numbers. If so, look it up, put angel number in the number, because there are so many different meanings, it would be relevant for you. But it could also be that maybe you're struggling, you're worried, you're wondering what's going to happen in your future, your family's future. And if that's the case, you do have angels around you. You might even see sparkles of light around you that are showing you this. Signs in your dreams. You might have angelic visitation in a dream. yeah, I'm getting a bit of emotions I'm channeling. So some of you are a bit emotional right now, sending you a spiritual hug. I'm feeling for some of you, what I'm suddenly picking up on is you're really missing someone. You're estranged. I'm picking up on a mother here. Wow, a lot of, but what I'm getting is a lot of suppressed emotions for these energies who are feeling this. And your guidance is to release it. Whether you talk about it to someone, write down how you feel, do something to let it out. Don't keep it bottled up, because then it takes over, and you might even have physical issues as a result, because it's stored in your body. That's what I'm suddenly getting. But I'm getting a bit of guilt come through as well with this. So some people who feel guilt in terms of something from the past, the way things ended, and some really want to reconcile, but remember, some situations are karmic, and once the lesson's learned, that's it generally, and that can even be family, but it doesn't just have to be family. I'm getting that, actually what I'm just hearing from Spirit is that in the coming weeks, this may be prevalent in the collective, this feeling that I've just channeled, because it was quite strong there, the way it came through. People are suddenly going to feel guilt, remorse, feelings that come up that they need to purge. Maybe they need to repent, forgive, reconnect with someone. So this could happen. Some of you may suddenly find people reconnect with you from your past because of this. So I'm really feeling this is going to be, collective purging, going within, a lot of reflection, repentance, which is what we need in the world, I've got to say, in terms of the way things are going in particular. I'm not saying everyone, but I think, unfortunately, what I was just saying about the bottled up feelings, what a lot of people do, and this is obviously due to programming, is they keep it all withheld and then it comes out sideways. So in a fit of anger, let it out on someone, or do something and blame the other person and not look within and see the part you played in it. Or reflect on a situation, a relationship keeps breaking up, getting back together. That's probably karmic. There's a lesson that needs to be learnt. Once it's learnt, as I said, that's it. But you see quite a lot of these karmic cycles repeat in the world. I mean, let's look at history. Need I say more? So that's what I'm getting there in terms of collective energy. I'm seeing the initial J as well coming through. R. I'm seeing number 1 right down the bottom, which is about new beginnings, fresh start for some. Maybe the purge will be exactly that, letting go and starting again for some people. It's funny, I'm seeing if, IF, could be initials, but if, like what ifs. So some anxiety for some people. What ifs would be anxiety flying into the future, wondering what might happen. Your guidance is to stay in the present moment. I'm seeing someone also here meditating. That's your guidance, to meditate, do things that help you stay in the present moment. doesn't even need to be meditation. Just something that you do where you're so focused on it that you think of nothing else. And even if thoughts do come in, you've then got to focus on what you're doing so the thoughts disappear, if that makes sense. Whatever it might be, you know, painting, sewing, and you get so lost in it that you're in the present moment so much that those thoughts, those what ifs, don't overpower you. You know, because sometimes those what ifs can be, let's just say, the enemy coming into your ear, saying, oh, but you know, this might happen, that might happen, and then you start worrying, you can't sleep. I'm getting people that can't sleep coming through. Again, you could try, you know, guided meditation for sleep, potentially. I'm seeing someone reading, like there's a book, someone reading, so yeah, reading as well. It's very mindful. I'm seeing the initial T and K as well. So interesting messages. I definitely feel from that. As I said, what I was seeing was a shift happening in the collective. Now you may experience it yourself or see it in others. Where people start to maybe just have memories come up, and they might, you know, you or they might get very emotional, and it's something that you're maybe being guided to look at so that you can release it, release that baggage, if you can, and move on. Okay, so as per usual, I'm going to finish with some charms for this reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. With the clapperboard as well. It's been a lot of fun. So we've got two animals. We've got a starfish and a swan. Now with both of those I'm just hearing divine love, because swans mate for life. You might see a lot of swans. Well, I'm suddenly getting that guilt come through again that I had before. So yeah, that guilt that some may feel could be related to a past love, so someone returning who's always been in your heart. You know, the starfish is a divine celestial symbol. Starfish can regenerate, so something that could be revived is what I'm getting here, a connection. Also some of you who may heal emotionally, if someone reconnects with you, really feeling that, reconnections, reunions, or maybe even, as I said about the purging before, healing as a result of that. You might love the sea, the starfish. Yeah, I'm just hearing follow your heart with the starfish as well. With the swan, obviously a very graceful energy. I'm feeling for some of you, you like writing poetry or writing songs, ballet, dance. Again, very good ways to express yourself. But definitely romance coming through. True love and healing. We've got a horseshoe, that's wonderful, very fortunate symbol to get some good fortune on the way. For some of you, blessings coming in that could be very unexpected as well. I'm just hearing health, wealth, success with that one, beautiful. We've got a jigsaw piece, so finding the missing piece of the puzzle. Maybe you've had a challenge. Maybe you're going to see the overall picture, which I think I mentioned before, seeing things from a higher perspective. You know, something's going to make sense to you. If you'll find the answer, you might have an aha moment, maybe in this reading or after. You might even see a jigsaw piece on the street, and that could be your sign. Just feel there's something missing though, for some of you. That could be that person, you know, that person in your heart. And some people realise with that guilt and those feelings, true feelings that come up, that that is the missing person and that they've been living a lie. Wow, that's quite powerful. And we've got a star. I should do a cut there with that one, but I won't. See how I often leave them in when I make these mistakes. I just laugh at myself, you know, being geeky. I was going to say starfish. We've already had that. No, a snowflake. Now this is a sign of being individual. You know, very unique. You are unique in the way you do things, in what you do. I really do feel we've got some creative souls watching today. As I said about poetry, art. I'm getting artists, songwriters, things you do with your hands. I'm getting musicians. I'm getting gardening coming through. Painters. Quite a lot. So, you know that you are unique. And value that, you know, value yourself. Don't worry about what other people think. It's also a sign of transformation, which has come out quite a lot in this reading. So, yeah, I'm really seeing a collective shift happening from this reading. So take what resonates. Obviously, this is just what I've interpreted. But I really hope you've enjoyed this. Let us know in the comments if you saw anything in the cup as well, actually, because that can sometimes happen. You see something that I didn't see, and that could be a personal message for you. You might also see some of these signs we had in the charms. I'm getting a link to water as well with the swan starfish. You could be a water sign. You love going to the sea. Maybe you've been doing that recently. For some of you have like a picture on your wall. It's either got a starfish, I'm seeing that, starfish. It's like a peach, pastel painting. It's like green. The sea looks green. I'm getting like peach sand and there's a starfish. Wow, sometimes this happens. I see these images. So if that's you, let us know. I'm seeing that picture, and also a picture of two swans. Some of you have as well. So I'll leave that there. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the clapperboard feature at the beginning. I'm going to feature it again because I had a lot of fun with that. Just a bit of fun, everyone, you know, and I just really love it. So I'm just going to let out my inner child by using it. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all very soon. Sending peace, love and light to you all.